What's happening YouTube? Welcome back to another video and welcome back to this Audi A1. Now if you don't know what this Audi A1 is, this is an Audi A1 I bought from my niece. She took it for part exchange. I thought, you know what, I'll match that price, buy the car and flip it on and try and make some money and effectively try and beat the dealer. I suppose that's what I'm trying to do, try and beat the dealer. And when I say beat the dealer, all I'm trying to do is flip this car on and make a little bit of a profit, because I believe that there is profit left underneath what the dealer offered. Now, this is not a project as such because it doesn't need anything really other than a tidy up. If you watched the last video, go and check it out. I go through all the details of what this car needs, but effectively this car just needs a good clean, a good polish, and it needs to go up for sale. So that's why I say I'm trying to beat the dealer, because I'm trying to make money that the dealer would have made by putting this car on their forecourt. And I'm going to be starting today with that deep clean and that polish. So we're going to start with the outside, then the inside. So if you've not watched the reveal video, I've got some aftermarket interior lights to remove, I've got a steering wheel cover to remove, and then it just needs a hoover, a clean, and the mat's putting back in. So let's get the steering wheel cover off first, because I think that'll be the easiest job. Steering wheel cover, then while removing it, as you can see, it's not very well fitted and it's pink, so I think that's why it's got to come off. Now it's not actually very well. So my plan is if I pull it off there, then we've got it off. What a nightmare, but it's off. The steering wheel actually was similar to the actual cover, so it's leather on the top and the bottom and perforated on the sides. Obviously I got the pink stitching. Steering wheel doesn't actually feel as fat now without that on, but it's still like a really nice wheel, as I'm sure you'll agree. It's still a decent steering wheel. So that's off. Next we need to get the lights out, but as you can probably see in here, smashing it down. So we need to make for a lull in the weather before I start pulling out electrics and stuff onto the drive. Right, so what we need to look at next is these lights. I'll show you what they are. So you can see here, they're just these LED strips. So I'm wondering how well, oh look at that. Ignore the beeping, it's because the door's open. Oh, there's one. There's the other one. There's two. So the other one, move the chair forward. There's three. And there's a broken number 4. Then all the wires, if I pull, and there are the interior lights. So that's the interior lights out. I actually quite like them. Now I know I broke one there, get it coming out because of how it was stuck in, but I might actually cut that back one off and just put them in the front footwells of my Focus ST, so that every cloud and all that, we're on a roll. Next job is wind deflector. Actually some clips. That's one. Only one place for these. They're big. Right, so just off camera what I've done is hoovered the inside, clean the dash, and I put the mats back in, and we've hoovered the boot. So we'll get well on our way now. I think the next thing we need to tackle are these badges. Now, badges on the car have all been swapped for black ones, as you can see, and I do have the original ones for the car, but I just think it's too much headache really to start messing around, getting badges off, trying to line them up and put the original ones back on. And plus, the black ones don't look too bad. But what do look a bit shit are these S-line badges, and I say they look shit is because this is paint pen and underneath is still red. So the way I'm going to tackle this then is I've actually done a test start. I'm going to use one of my wife's old makeup brushes with some white spirit and just kind of chip it away at it and try and get it clean. I've started it on the side and it has come up alright, so I think that is our plan of action. We're on a roll. Badges are now red instead of, they're meant to be pink but they're white. My wife's just touching up the black where the white spirit took a little bit of the black paint off the badges, and then we're on to getting this engine bay cleaned up. It's not dirty as such, just your typical engine rubbish. So what we're going to do is engine degreaser, jet wash it off. Not going to go to town, literally just giving it a quick once over. So there it is then, engine leg look a million times better. I've just fired it up so that we can get some heat in the engine and get it all dried off. The next, we're going to be tackling the exterior of this car. While the exterior car is by no means filthy or the dirtiest car that's featured on this channel, as you've just seen, it does need a good solid clean and a wash. So we're going to start off with a rinse and a pre-wash. Yeah, we're not starting with a pre-wash obviously, we're starting with the wheels where you're meant to start. So what I'm using for this is some good old Auto Finesse iron fallout. I've used this for years and it is a really good like iron remover and contaminator. You won't see it much on these wheels because they're black, but you can actually see with the purple where it's reacting with the dirt. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get my wheel brush and give these a scrub while this is on there. I'll do all four wheels next. Right, we've jumped ahead, it's now got Snowfoam on it. The reason I've jumped ahead is because it started levering it down, so I just cracked on, didn't want to get the cameras wet. But for all you Snowfoam non-believers out there, I believe it don't do anything, let me show you there. So if you look down this panel, you can see the dirt. And there as well, you can see the dirt that's being pulled down the car. So for all you Snowfoam non-believers, there's your proof, it works. Now what I'm going to do, because there was a lot of contaminants in the paint, is that I'm actually going to use the iron out on the side of the car to see if it can pull out any contaminants. We've got some tar and glue remover that I need to use as well on the front arches, but all in all I think you'll agree, car's looking a million times better. So I've used the iron out on the side of the car and just look at this, you can see all the little iron contaminants that it's pulling off that you couldn't see with the naked eye. Look at all them. Again on the passenger door. It's likely the iron contaminants are from the brakes and from the exhaust. That's why I've kind of concentrated on the lower parts of the car. I'm now going to jet wash all that off and just contact wash the lower part of the car again to make sure we've got it all off. And then I think we're on to the drying stage. So we are back where we started yesterday, and this is the Audi A1 after it's had its wash down. Let me take you through what we've done then to get it to this. On the front then, I've not really changed much. I did say I was going to put the original grille back on, but I actually like the RS style one. But what I'll do is I've got the original one in the garage. The next owner wants it, they can take it with them. We've cleaned up the badges and got them back red on the front grille, the driver's wing and the passenger wing as well. I've removed the steering wheel cover and we're back to its original steering wheel cover, and I've also removed the LED foot lamps. Other than that, we've just give the car a really good deep clean, and I think it's responded really well. I think it looks really smart, I think it looks really clean, and I think it's come out really well. And for those that have followed me for a little bit of my journey this year, you'll know this is where we come to take the pictures of the car ready to get it up for sale, and that's exactly what I'm doing here now. I'll take some pictures, here they are on screen, boom, 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 boom. And this car will be advertised for sale from tonight. If it's not sold by the time this video goes live, I'll make sure that I include the link below. If this is the first time seeing one of my videos, check out my other builds. I've done a Mark II Audi TT, a Range Rover Evoque, and my personal car is a Mark II Focus ST, which is in need of a new clutch following a remap. Thanks very much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.